From Whistler, British Columbia, and welcome to, I don't know, it's not quite board talk. I do have a board there, but obviously I'm not in the shop with Andreas. Hope everybody's doing all right. Yeah, just back at the house here, and just had a bit of a chill day. Met up with the parents, went out for some lunch, and thought I'd come on a little bit earlier to catch some of the people from Europe that don't normally get to catch these because we've been doing them a little bit later. Yeah, I hope everybody's good. I hope this is coming in all right. You guys getting any problems with the lag or anything? It'd be good to know. And yeah, just wanted to talk about expectations coming up for the new year. We got snow on the mountain. Actually, I want to show you guys this. Hey, what's up, Nathan? Do a little trip outside. The audio might have just changed there. Hold on. Check out this. Oh. Boom. So nice. So this is Blackcomb. See, the top of the gondola is about here, peak to peak. Well, I'm doing this in reverse. Across to Whistler. And yeah, you can see it's looking pretty good. Up on Wedge Mountain there. Wedge Mountain, Armchair Glacier, Green Lake. Yeah, it's looking real nice. Come on. Yeah, we got our first good snow of the year. Yeah, and it's definitely a little bit earlier than last year. And I think it's staying cold, so hopefully this will be the foundation for a really good winter. You know, all the old sages, all the people like in the know and been in Worcester for a long time, all say it's going to be a very wet, snowy winter. And even the Farmer's Almanac, which apparently they do like long range forecasting, and the farmers say it's going to be good snow, so that means it's going to be good. The farmers ain't wrong. So yeah, hey Nathan, hey Carrie, good morning. How's it going? Good to have you out here. It's awesome. Chris Heinrich's here. Cool, man. How's it going? Again, dude, that Instagram post was hilarious. Manolo Noriega saying can't wait to get out there in December. Yeah. What date are you getting here in December? Well, yeah, I think it's going to be, I don't know, I got this feeling. I got him in bones, in my waters. It's going to be a good year for snow. You should come down with Kevin and TJ to the city. I can show you guys around Cyprus. Yeah, that'd be nice. I have been to Cyprus a couple times. It's actually, my parents live in Horseshoe Bay, so I've been mountain biking on there as well. It's, yeah, cool spot. What's up? Shred 1904 is here. Word. Hey, how's it going? Mikhail Skodval saying, hey, what's up? Steve Zimmerman, how's it going? Manolo's coming, Manolo, sorry, he's coming December 3rd to 7th. Nice. Yeah, I got a feeling that you're going to be in some good luck for some powder. Man, it looks so nice up there. I'm gonna have to take you guys out again. If you guys missed the early shots, I just went out onto the deck and just had a look at the mountains because they're looking fresh. We got snow about half. It's below halfway, but it looks about halfway. But it's below mid station on the gondolas. Oh, actually, it's right around just above mid station on the new Blackcomb gondola. Yeah, it's looking nice. In motion's here. Word, how's it going? Oh, I'm out of focus. Oh, Chris Heinrich saying happy birthday to me. Thanks. Yeah, it was my birthday on Saturday, a couple days ago. So I turned 36. I'm getting real old. I know I look amazing. It's because of all the snowboarding. Snowboarding keeps you guys young. Snowboarding's got natural antioxidants in it that when you're snowboarding, it just makes your skin and all your bones nice and fresh, which is awesome. But yeah, had a pretty mellow night, 36. You know, I didn't get up to too much, and then went out for dinner last night to there's a Thai place north of Whistler in Pemberton. I was in Mount Curry. It's called Barn Nork. If you guys are ever in Whistler, you want to check out it's the best Thai place outside of Vancouver for sure. Like it's really good Thai food. And yeah, I had some of that yesterday, and yeah, just kind of been, I've been a little bit slow getting out some more uploads. I've been working on this Nitro video for a long time, and my file just like disappeared when I was about halfway through. It just like, whoop, just disappeared. I have no idea what happened to it. And then with my birthday, people coming up at different times, and I was just busy doing lots of birthday stuff. Yeah, In Motion saying, nice to see the snow starting to fall. Doesn't always start this time. Last year, in terms of the snow, we had some in like early October. We had a fair chunk. I was doing backcountry like 4x4 tours, and we went up one of the valleys up the Callahan, and it got pretty hairy. That was fun. And then it didn't snow for a while, and yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen, but it's definitely getting colder. I'm gonna have some like negative days overnight, negative nights, and hopefully it'll just bring down the ground temperature and make it a lot easier for when the snow comes. Osvaldo's here. How's it going, man? Good to have you here. Saying what's up? A few weeks away for Colorado resorts. I know, yeah. Colorado's always open up early. That's not fair. Shred loves Bar Nork. Yeah, of course. I remember last time that I went there with Yannick and Narav and Kevin, TJ, and I think Jill. I think TJ was there. We ended up listening to like 90s metal and other like punk rock and stuff on the drive home. It was great. Bud Riders, how's it going, man? Good to have you on here. He says, what's the snow cam looking good? Chris, the stoke must be high. Yeah, it's kind of like when you see the finish line on a marathon, but it's actually really, really, really far away. So it's like it's more of a tease, I think, than anything else. It's just teasing us. But Alberta, if you guys weren't watching, and in Montana too, there's like a front that came in on the western Pacific Northwest, and it dumped like 20 centimeters in Alberta, and I saw photos from Montana. It's covered in snow. So if it wasn't like a 14-hour drive to get there, I'd totally go overnight. But yeah, maybe next week. If they get more snow, I might have to just go out. Manolo is asking any good recommendations for restaurants in Worcester Village. I'm taking notes. Okay. You got the ramen place, Yohama Ramen. That one's really good. I like Stone's Edge. They got some good food there. Hunter Gatherer. McDonald's, of course. You got to go to McDonald's. Oh, I'm just kidding about that. The Royal Taste of India, which is above McDonald's. That place is really good. Split Burgers, yeah. Split Burger is awesome. If you guys want the best burger in Whistler, you should go to Split Burger. But I asked for a vegan burger, and then they gave me a real burger, and it was like it was a long, lots of other details going on in the story. But for sure, she knew she should have put in a vegan burger, and I got to meet one. And of course, like they taste the same, so I ate like almost the whole burger, and I was like, yeah, this does seem to taste kind of strange. And then I actually looked at the receipts, and it was at the bottom of the receipt. Anyway, yeah, Montana got nuked with snow. Yeah, it's nuts. El Stacker, man, how's it going? Good to have you on here. Yeah, it's Ohaya. No, there's Oyama Ramen. Yeah, that ramen place that's my favorite spot at the moment in Whistler, is the ramen place. Ghana Eatery does some good food. Oh, they had the pad thai, or like some awesome salad. I don't normally like to buy salads out, but that salad was really good. Yeah, there's a lot of good places to eat here. There's also quite a few overpriced ones. And I guess like just go on some of those sites and be careful around the main strip, you know, say location. Those guys are charging primo prices. And Lil K101 says, man, I'm so pumped to shred this season. This early snow is crazy. Saskatchewan got a huge dump too. Man, yeah, we got some good snow, like coverage, but it's up high. Let's go, we can have another little peek. You guys are arriving late. So a little wander inside here. Boom. So that is all Blackcomb there. Yeah, there's the glacier. That's the backside of Blackcomb. Yeah, and then Whistler. It's behind these trees. Yeah, nice. Looking real nice. Going. Just watching after my dog. Yeah, so the shred is definitely real. It's there. I keep looking at all these snowboards, and I totally want to buy one. But I think I'm gonna have to go for a split board. Go split boarding. Kevin and TJ, those guys have got their split boards. Andreas got split. Basically, everybody's got split boards apart from me. And so there's gonna be some split boarding to be had this year, and I want to be on that. Andrew Coates is here. Awesome, man. How's it going, Andrew? Bad Rider saying, how expensive is it to eat in the village? All my upright eating experience have been over $200 for 2 people. Yeah, I guess I'd say it's about right if you get maybe a pitcher or 2 and a full meal. There's definitely, if you want to just like wander 5 minutes out of the main downtown bit of the village. If you go to the ramen place, there it's super reasonable, and some places a bit further down. But for instance, like the Indian place that I like to eat at, the Royal Taste of India, they have a sister restaurant right by the gondola, and there the prices are like 30% more. And it's a slightly different menu setup, but it's a way better deal in the Royal Taste. Royal Taste of India. Oh, it's kind of funny. I actually just went there with my brother, and he had a gift card, and he was like, he hadn't actually used a gift card in 2 years, so he's actually really happy he's going to be able to use this gift card because he lives down in the city. And then we went there and ordered all this like awesome food, had some cool beers, and then they went to go process it, and they're like, oh, our machine has just stopped working for processing the gift cards. So you can't use it today, but you can come back tomorrow and use it, or the next day. I'm like, okay, sure. And yeah, so no discount. Maurice W2 says, hey, it's 1:11 a.m. in France here, still not snowing. That's a bummer. Où est en France es-tu? Practice my French. So there's purchased a 10-day pass for Whistler this year. He's stoked. Awesome. Hopefully you're not too far away. Yeah, dude, it's going to be such a good year this year. Of course. Jose Bautista's here. Good to have you, buddy. Bad Rider saying, dang, that is a view. It is a pretty good view. Yeah, no, it's an awesome view. It's, like anything you do, you get used to it. You get accustomed to the amazing view. But yeah, for sure, I know that's a good view. That's a good view. Jose's coming to crash. Sweet. I'll put my Google Map pin mark right on Amazon, so whoever wants to come crash, just come on by, knock on the door. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to do that. Yeah, Jose, are you coming to Worcester this year? I know you're going to Japan, but Worcester wants you too. Hellstagger say my home mountain got snow. I'm so happy. Bogus Basin? That's a cool name for a place. Bad Riders has been playing. It's good you guys are sharing your playlists. We got Narav sharing his hip hop. You got to share the love. Oh, do you guys ever see this YouTube guy, Nardwar? He's like a Canadian music interview guy. And he looks really wacky, but he does such in-depth, crazy reviews of all these huge. I've done a lot of hip hop recently, but yeah, he's done them with Pearl Jam and Blur and Kendrick Lamar, Jay-Z, all the big guys, and he's so in depth. He knows what you ate for your cereal when you were 7, and the name of your bus driver, and he busts out these facts on all these stars, and they're just freaking out. Mari's around the Morzine of Orias. Cool. I never actually went there. I did a lot of snowboarding when I was younger. Well, it was kind of there in Les Arcs, and that was our place when I was growing up in England, of course. And we just drive over, take the ferry across, took the channel a couple times. Yeah, beautiful spot. It's obviously way different here. You guys are probably seeing we got snow. We got trees up to 3/4 of the way to the peak. Whereas you go to the Alps, there's no trees. The 101 says, bought the new Liptech Skunk Ape this year. Nice. And the snow has been itching me to try it out. Sunshine Village in Banff is projecting November 8th as our opening date. Just counting down the days, November 8th. Dude, that's earlier than here, so that's cool for you. Yeah, the skunk ape looks awesome. It's, yeah, super fat board, powder killer, big shredder. I was tempted to get that one. It was on my list. Instead, I got the old Liptech because it's in a wide. I needed a wide board. Don't know if anyone knows this, but what do you do for work in the off season? I've been kind of doing different jobs. So this year I was doing a lot, like just painting and kind of like odd job, boring stuff like that. And that was pretty fun. And then just doing like some recovery. Just trying to spend some time doing lots on my recovery from my knee and getting all that ready. So yeah, not super exciting in the winter job, in the summer job, but I'm now doing this pretty much full time ish. So just getting ready for the season, trying to do as much physio and preparation and trying to get out some cool videos that you guys like to see. And yeah, just getting ready to shred out. I got my pass for this year, and then gonna be looking into the Japan details with Kevin. Let's get that Japan trip going. Morgan West saying, "Hey Chris, how am I? I'm doing good. Feeling older, feeling a little bit wiser, a little bit smarter. Yeah, on the wrong side of 35 now, so that's exciting. So only way is up from here. They say like 40 is the new 20 or something." Bad Rider, say, "Chris, do you ride with music? What's your favorite genre to ride to?" I usually don't ride with music. I just like, well, I found that when I was riding with music on groomers, I just wouldn't be as aware. I really like to listen to like noises because I've had, you know, close calls with people like kind of coming out of just my blind spots and hitting me. So just being able to hear everything that's going on around me, I really like that. And even in the powder and stuff, I just find it helps get me in the flow. The one place I do really like to listen to music is in the park. And yeah, just get your favorite song going at the top. And then it's usually, you know, about 4 or 5 minutes if you just slam through the park. And yeah, you're just banging out to your favorite tune, cruising down. What genre? A little bit of a mix. Something like obviously high energy. Could be like, yeah, rap or electro or like old school rock, some Zeppelin or something like that. ELO. Shred says, "Hey, I'm very specific to video snowboarding." Yeah, so I was talking about getting his music ready with his snowboarding. Yeah, if you guys have snowboard playlists, if you guys have your favorite songs, one of the ones that like really gets you, you know, in the right frame of mind for snowboarding, that'd be good to hear. 20 centimeters at the roundhouse at the top of Worcester. Awesome. Yeah, Morgan is chiming in. Yeah, and it's still up there. It's been consistently around 0 on the mountain. So yeah, it looked good for biking. Yes, like the day, basically the morning after it snowed, it was almost down to the village, not quite. And they had the biking going on. So like 3/4 of your elevation for mountain biking, you're in the snow, which is fun. I've done that before. Oh man, I remember he interviewed Narwar. Who's that? Who dat? Okay. But yeah, Nardwar is awesome. You guys got to check out Nardwar. He's hilarious. Jose Bortizo, the super chat. Thanks, man. That's awesome. He says he'll be there for the last week of February. Oh, awesome. Japan funds. You getting in some good riding. You're doing Japan in January and then Worcester in February. Good for you. Al Stacker says he's painting at work right now. Dude, awesome. You still have good weather? I know here it's right around that temperature. It starts to mess with the paint. It's getting pretty low. Japan funds for real. If you guys want to help out, remember this is a super chat. Any donations you guys want to give is going to go straight towards helping me get to Japan and other awesome stuff. So it would be greatly appreciated. But of course, if you just like the video and if you can share it or anything like that, then it's all super appreciated. Are you going to bring out my own brand of beanies? Yeah, I think the only thing that's holding me back is I wasn't sure on a logo for my beanie. So I know you got obviously Kevin's kind of silhouette snowboarder, and then Board Archives, a kind of mountain related one. Casey Wilex is like the CW. And then I was just like kind of stuck, like I gotta do something that's gonna kind of be catchy, but also could represent. And I don't know, I was thinking of maybe doing another mountain related one, but considering I do all my snowboarding based on Worcester Blackcomb, if you have like Worcester Blackcomb kind of next to each other, but then they like each represent something. So something kind of cheesy like commitment and aspiration, but it forms a Venn diagram, and then in the intersection, like little bit in the middle, how they cross over, you have like awesomeness, yeah, something like that. But obviously small enough that you could fit it in and you could still read it. So it'd be, it'd be working on two levels. It'd be mountains, and it'd be learning, and it would be all that good stuff. Yeah, make sure you guys slap like. If you guys want to like it, throw it down. That's what it's there for. Morgan likes Slipknot, Rammstein, Linkin Park. Nice. Dude, Slipknot got a new album out. I haven't heard. Honestly, I went to the first time Slipknot ever came to England. I saw them live in Manchester, and I was like 17, so it was about 19 years ago. And then I listened to it for a bit, but not too much since then. But they're still going. Oh yeah, Slipknot were interviewed by Nardwuar, and he got clown number 3 to talk. He was talking to clown number 6 and clown number 3, and then Nardwuar was throwing out all these crazy facts, and then clown number 3 started talking, and he got like kind of freaked out. He was talking so much because he's normally silent, and then he just like left the interview, and that was it. Mr. C-Note, hey man, how's it going? Good to have you here. It's coming in with the super chat. Chris Reisterpow 2020, thank you so much. That's awesome. Dude, yeah, thanks. Punga says, hey dude, can I see something? I got my first DC ply at my first board, put the bindings at 15 and 5, but my feet, I feel that my tail wants to go forward. Your tail, you got 15 and 5, and then your tail wants to go forward. That might have something to do with your actual positioning on the board rather than the angles. I'm not quite sure what you mean with that. Airs, it's how you ride the deck. Way to bounce down and get up. Yeah, Airs is my last name, so bad right saying Airs, it's how you ride the deck. Jose Bautista, get a logo snowboarder with crutches. Also, very good idea, but not quite sure that's exactly what I want to send out there. I mean, it sounds more like a Jackass style one. Chris's face, straight down, with a blank expression, the whole of the beanie, just like that. Boom. Now it'd be like so if you wanted to, you'd turn your head down, and then the top there would be my face, just looking at you. That would be weird. Okay, Jonathan Muntz, how's it going, man? Good to have you here. He's saying the YouTube logo would be silhouette of my head with a helmet on. And then, so I guess like this would be mostly featureless. And then you see the helmet, and then you just see the beard just flying out the bottom. Yeah, it would be good. Andrew saying it should be some part of a Sasquatch on a snowboard. Also, yeah, also a very good idea. Maybe a Sasquatch with an obvious fake red beard. Like you can see the straps going behind his head. Like for some reason the Sasquatch thought, I'm going to try to do a disguise and then just put a massive red beard on his face. Morgan saying the Slipknot new album, We Are Not Your Kind. Cool. And they canceled Australia. Isn't that just something, man? Still, if that's the worst thing going on, you're doing all right. Jonathan Muntz saying like the ESPN Sports commentator Scott Van Pelt's logo. I don't know what that looks like, unfortunately. I'll have to check it out. Scott Van Pelt. And Chris and screen capped. Chris is recovering, lol. Yeah, could do that. Yeah, nice. I think I got most of those questions. Yeah, I don't know if obviously I've been looking into getting some split boardage, but it'd be good to hear from you guys about if you've had any good or bad experiences with any split boards. I know they're getting more and more popular. It's not that crazy kind of out there what the weird guy that lives in the van would do to save a few bucks. Like split boarding it's legit nowadays. So yeah, if you guys have had some really good experiences with split boards or not so good, that would be great if you could pass those on. But I think at the moment I'm lean. I mean, it's totally the safe bet, and I'd love to go for something more playful. But the Jones Solution, man, that Jones Solution, it just does everything. You got the camber, stiff. It's basically the flagship, which is a great all-over board. Doesn't really have like any weaknesses. Good edge. It's got magnet traction. It's good in the chops. Good in the technical, powder, groomers. So you got a board that can do everything, and it's made really well. Oh, and it'd be good to hear too if you guys are having any feedback issues with the internet, because I'm doing it on the Wi-Fi here. So that whole Bell, if you guys are in Canada, watch out for Bell if you're gonna try to do live streams. And sometimes it gets a bit wacky. After like 30 minutes, it starts to get a little bit wacky. I think that's what was happening. But again, we had terrible weather last time I did it, and the weather's really good now. So maybe that's part of it. And I also got the upgraded internet. My internet went from 5 megabits per second, pretty amazing, I know, up to 15 megabits per second. Hold your horses. So because we're in Whistler, we're away from the main hubs. In Vancouver, you can get, especially downtown and like the very close areas around that, you can get good internet for pretty easy to set up. But once you get up to Whistler, it starts to get a little bit harder. Bad Rider talking about, oh yeah, you're looking at the 420 split. That one would be pretty nice. That's a flat bass to rocker? But I know in terms of what Andreas was saying, you're not going to get as fantastic like pressure down onto the snow because of that. If it's flat or rocker, I mean, it's still going to be good, but it's a lot wider as well. So it kind of makes up for it. I'm not sure how that would be on like more technical climbs, but I think it's all good. Chris Heinrich, stream is coming pretty solid for me. Chris, your stream is pretty solid. Are you going to the bathroom right now? Are you describing it to us? A little bit weird, but okay. Thanks for that, Chris. I'm just kidding. I know you're talking about the connection. Jonathan Mans, what is the theme you are going for these new 2 videos, product reviews, general snowboarding context, snowboard training? Yeah, I guess you kind of got it. I am still trying to figure out exactly what I want to do. At the moment, it's more getting out some good content that I think people will be interested in, because I was kind of thinking like, well, what do I want to see right now? And like snowboard, like the new boards coming out. And so, yeah, just doing some stuff around that. And just trying to get like my body ready and get fit, and so I can hit the ground running, and just try to find the niche within the snowboard community and just exploit it. Find that niche and just jump on it. So we'll see what happens. I'm not sure. I think it's going to be something that's a bit organic. Maybe I'll do like Mr. Beast. I know you guys know Mr. Beast, but I've not seen too much of his stuff, but I know, like, for instance, he says, like, a video where he says Pootie Pie, like, 100,000 times. It takes him 9 hours, where he, like, counts to, like, 100,000 from 1. So he's doing, like, 754,212, 754,213. And, again, it takes him, like, a day. So maybe I could, like, I'll be the first person in the lift line when the season opens. So I'll be there 3 days beforehand. And then it'll be a live stream of me there for 3 days just waiting. And then I'll be the first one on. And that'll be the end of the video. Okay, says Battery says, yeah, video and audio is good this week. Just need Andreas. Yeah, I would like to do it with Andreas, but I wanted to get on here a little bit early, and Kevin is supposed to be coming by. So hopefully we'll see him soon. And yeah, I want to get on a bit early because I know it's like impossible or not impossible, but tough for the guys in Europe to see if I'm going on at 6:30 because it's just too late. Especially you guys are working tomorrow and you got families or whatever. Chris, I say I need to rethink my move to Whistler. I would struggle with 15, but I guess I wouldn't be indoors too much. Yeah. Oh, Morgan West says, I went and saw Andreas after your LibTech video, and you had to set it on the Classy. Cool. Oh, that's awesome. Yes, it was, no, we don't feel super knowledgeable about talking about women's boards because don't really get the chance to like ride them and see what they feel like. But yeah, glad that you you like the information, and it looks like an awesome board. Definitely. Mr. C-Note, just make the videos you think will be cool. Yeah, I think that's important to get on the ground running. If you guys are thinking of making YouTube videos, people talk about trying to start up their own one, especially with something like the winter season here, where it's from like mid November or start November to December, everybody's getting into it, and really like so many people go riding December, January, February, and then you have like lulls right after that, especially after New Year's. So you got to get out on the ground running, get that early stuff, use that momentum, and then just build on that. So yeah, getting early. I'll just be trying to do as much stuff as I can as regularly as possible. That's like relatable and fun, and yeah, hopefully you guys can learn something along the way, and I can hopefully learn something too. And we'll see how it goes. And yeah, thanks for any like new subscribers that have been coming on, and of course thanks to the OG crew. But yeah, I had quite a little boost recently. I had like 350 new people subscribe to the channel. So if you guys are any one of those, welcome. Great to have you guys here. I know it's a little bit late to say welcome 30 minutes into the live chat, but better late than never. Kobe Jansen says, do you see the 2020 Santa Cruz Acid Hand? No. Looks PSY AF. Okay. Nothing I can... awesome snowboard. Jose Bautista saying your niche should be starting with the whole recovery and getting back on the board. Yeah, I think that would be good. I got the old look back. I mean, it's obviously good doing like stuff as you're going through it, but being able to look back and kind of figure out what worked for you, what didn't, get people prepared mentally and physically. Yeah. Mr. C-Note, backcountry snowboard vid with Dot. Oh, we're definitely going to be doing some backcountry snowboard vids. The only time I got to do one last year was we had like, it was like 70 like 80 centimeters in like 2 days, and the mountain there was nothing open above the access, like right at the very, very bottom. And the snow was so heavy there, it was like almost unrideable. And then above it, like nothing was open because it wasn't clear. And it was on a Saturday, and the lift lines going up were one of probably the top 3 busiest times I've seen a lift on the mountain. I was like, okay, screw that. And then just went down, grabbed my Dot, hiked up the backside of the mountain behind me. And it was like impossible to ride. It was so deep and so heavy. So that went all right. But yeah, if we had a bit less snow, yeah, you don't need like 70 centimeters, 80 centimeters. So you got like 20 centimeters. Yeah, I'm totally going to take her out and do some cruising. It gets a pain sometimes taking her out for all these walks. She's such a high energy jog. Don't know what to do with her. I need a treadmill with like a little sausage sticking on the end, and she can just like run along after the sausage, and I can just chill out and edit videos or something. Bad Rider saying December last season was pretty epic. Yeah. Yes, it was. And like the start of the season, I think it was okay, but like coverage wise, it was really terrible. They still had like some soft snow on top, but the base was like minimum. And there was like alders, these like 6-7 foot, pretty like small wiry trees, just like popping out all over the place on the runs, and yeah, bad coverage. And then it did get better. It like all of a sudden, on top of that, like yeah, that was like my 3rd day back. I did like 1 or 2 kind of like mellow days getting back into it because I'd been out for 9 months with my injured leg, my injured knee when I busted my PCL. And so I didn't want to come back in that really bad condition in case I hurt myself and caught it on something like under the snow on a tree or something like that. So I waited a few weeks, and then it just started dumping, and I was like, oh man, I gotta go up now. But it was actually really tough because I wasn't ready for that, and it was like heavy snow. Yeah, packed mountains, and we're doing all this, pretty technical like stuff through the trees and crystal, down through some of those like favorites that we like to go ride down. And I was full on. That was a bit too much too early. Definitely gonna be way more prepared this year. Thoughts on flow bindings? I have some from when I first attempted snowboard 10 years ago. I have started again in the UK, and I like the ease of use. But are there any drawbacks from Luongo? Yeah, there are definitely some advantages and some disadvantages. Obviously, they're super easy to use. You just put your foot in, you lift up the buckle on the back, and you're in. So yeah, it can be great. The reason that I don't use them and my friends don't use them, I think the main reason is that if you're doing a lot of stuff in the backcountry and in trees and powder, that quite often you do fall, you might get stuck like in a little divot, or you might be hiking, things like that, and then the snow can get packed inside of the binding, or under the underside of your boot or something like that. You can just get like a little bit sticking on the underside of your boot. And so if you're moving around and stuff like that, and then when you go to put your foot back in, it doesn't fit in properly, and then you have trouble getting it up, and then you have to go and get all this stuff off, which I know you also have to do sometimes with bindings, but I find, or normal clip bindings, but I think those are you have a bit more leeway. So if you have like a bit of snow on your boot or a bit of snow in your binding, then you can just shove your foot in and just strap it down and make sure it works. Whereas you don't get that same with the flow. You got to obviously make sure it actually clips up. So I think that was the main reason. And yeah, I don't know. I ended up getting the boas, so I don't mind getting like kind of alternate new technology, but the flows, I just never really liked them. All right. Okay, so Pungo's updating, saying he meant that the back of his board wants to slide in front of him. Yeah, it does sound like your weight is too far back. I think you got to put your weight forward. It's hard to say. It's like your tail wants to come underneath you. There's your board, and you tell if you're going this way, and then your board wants to. Yeah, I think your weight's too far back. So just try to move your hips closer to the front of your board. One of the things that you can work on when you're going a bit slower, just try keeping your back straight, moving your hips back and forth, just to get a feel what it's like to move your hips around. It's all in the hips. That's what Chubbs McKenzie said. And yeah, just get more comfortable moving those hips. Try them when it's back. We're going to see what that's like, nice and slow, moving forward, moving back, and then try to find that comfortable position where you're in the middle. Hopefully, ask a stranger. If there's somebody going by, say, "Do I look centered?" And you can also use your hand and just kind of draw it over the front of your board. You don't want to put too much pressure trying to draw it out, but just kind of holding your hand out in front of you and using that to almost like help drive where you're going a little bit. That can help that issue. I hope that helps. Haley's here. Haley Bamford, how's it going? Good to have you here. Just joined. Long time watcher, first time questioner. No, I remember you. Yeah, how's my leg? Sorry if you answered this already. My leg's doing good. Yeah, so it's been a long time since I did my knee. It's almost 2 years now. So the last year was just getting back into it and really getting the knee ready. There was definitely, like when we were in Revelstoke, I couldn't do like all the days in a row. I had to take some breaks because my knee just felt like it wasn't quite there. And a lot of that was just being precautious and managing it. Maybe when I was younger, I would have pushed it and said, I'm just going to go anyway. But I'm a little bit older, a little bit wiser now. And yeah, just took some days off here and there and didn't really push too much. So it's been slow and steady. And I was doing some pretty like epic back rides and hikes. I hiked up top of Rainbow Mountain, which was about 7-hour hike. It's supposed to be 9, but I did it in 7. So obviously that leg's pretty strong. And yeah, it's feeling good. It's been like doing hikes, rock hopping around and exercising, getting on the bike lots. And I feel, especially compared to last year, it's a whole other league than last year. I think at the moment it's just maybe about trimming down the belly a little bit. I just got a little extra on there that I don't need, and especially if I'm going to be wanting to come back and kill it this year, then I gonna lose that. And yeah, I think it should be good. And just be careful, don't be trying any front flips on like hard icy days, that type of stuff. Bad Rice saying, have I changed my setup since my injury? Are you riding with stiffer gear to compensate for the weakened joint? No, I ride with my brace. So I have, it's kind of like overall brace. That one is a brag, something like that. And it starts just above my boot and then finishes halfway up my upper leg. And I think just having that on it, that obviously actually supports it and just gives me a little bit of confidence in that leg as well. The full PCL bracelet I had went from like right below my pelvis to my ankle. So that one was a totally different feel, but of course it was much bigger, so I couldn't actually have it on when I was snowboarding. As Clark says, I got the hybrid flows and they go both ways. Cool. Maybe TMI on that one. Mr. C Note saying it's all on the hips. Yeah, it is. HDDD, do a kickflip. I'm totally going to do a kickflip. Kickflip time. Oh, check out, I'm going to do a bit of skiing this year too. Well, I got these are the 2020 models coming in here. Weird. Oh, we got a little visitor.
Yo, what's up, Chris?
Oh, visitor here.
Hey.
Who's this?
Hey, what's up?
Oh, word. It's Kevin. Oh man, are you visible? I can't tell. I just stared in the light too long. I can't tell what's happening.
So, man, how's the live chat going?
Good.
Nice.
Yeah. What's up? Yeah, Kev's here. How's it going?
Good, yeah.
Kevin's got the beanies for sale. If you guys haven't seen, new SnowboardProCamp beanies.
Yeah, check them out.
Yeah. They're actually, I found, I have like two types of beanies, right? I have like big kind of loose, like catch my mop of a hair beanie, and then like a tighter beanie to fit under my helmet.
Yeah.
And then because my head's like, Kevin's got a big face, but I think that, and I got a big face too, but the back of my head, it goes, I'm like,
my dome is smaller.
yes, a smaller dome. I'm like, if we evolved from cone heads, I'm like 95% on the way to be human.
Right. So I have a smaller dome, but I also have way less hair than you. So
this is true.
It's like the double factor.
Mm-hmm.
You've got the mop. I've got like the buzz cut. So
that's true.
I've got nothing. I got to wear a tight beanie. A loose beanie would just be like flopping around. I'd probably fall off too many times.
But yeah, I tried on the new SnowboardProCamp beanie with my helmet, and that fits like a dream. So if you have a gargantuan elephant man head like me, then get the SnowboardProCamp hoodie. Beanie.
I think they're kind of like one size fits all too, because if you have like a tiny head, they'll fit normal. If you got a medium sized head, you'll kind of stretch into it. Mm-hmm. And if you have a larger head, you'll also stretch into it, but it'll just take a little bit longer. And it's good. Yeah, you can wear it under your helmet, which is nice.
And what have you been up to? Have you eaten anywhere good recently?
Have I eaten anywhere good?
I'm leading you in. Have you eaten any Thai food recently? That was good.
Yeah. Last night we went for some nice Thai. It was awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, I put the photo of Mount Curry as the thumbnail for this. I took a photo when we were up there.
Cool.
It's looking primo.
Yeah, we could see all the snow on the mountain and stuff. It was cool.
I took these guys on a little walk around outside earlier as well.
Yeah, you got the view. Yeah, you can see all the runs. They're all covered in snow.
Yeah.
Looks amazing.
Just above the mid station on Blackcomb Gondola.
Yeah, you could probably do some turns up there. I don't know. Do you think? It would kind of be like grass boarding, I guess, but
yeah,
it's staying. It's cold. Yeah, it's cold up here.
What was it if you had I attached skateboard trucks on the bottom of my old snowboard?
Yeah.
If you did like mountain board trucks, do you think you could do some kind of all-terrain snowboard vehicle?
I wouldn't trust it would just be like all of a sudden you hit a massive rock or like a log.
Oh, that's true.
I feel like I wouldn't trust the runs to be manicured. I don't want to do that on like a grassy slope.
Or if you went down like a bike trail, like Beeline or
bike trail, something that's been like groomed for other things, and then you just take the wheelie board out there. Somewhere like in Scotland or something where you got just those rolling
haggises.
Rolling hills, yeah, not like just giant boulders or anything.
Kevin is here.
Hey.
Morgan says, hey, Mr. C Note.
Yo.
The Beanie Twins. Dude, when you always go out with a beanie on, like I do, it's you get pretty comfortable with your beaniness.
Yeah, I think like it depends on where you are too. Like if you're in an airport in Miami or something, you'd probably get some weird looks but there's a lot of characters in Miami, so maybe not. But here in Worcester, if you're in like a mountain town, it's like people wear their beanies all year round, and it feels kind of normal.
The weirdest one I did was my hair was also very long, and it was like I didn't want to put a scrunchie in it or anything like that.
Yeah.
Not that you would put a scrunchie in there, but I was in Egypt. right? In Dahab, Sharm el Sheikh on the Sinai in the Red Sea.
Yeah.
And I was walking around with a beanie on most of the time.
They kind of have their own version of the beanie, don't they?
Yeah, yeah, that's true. So it was pretty hot, but
Right.
I got over it. And you just jump in the water. Catherine Lee's here. Hey, Catherine.
Yo,
What's up,
Catherine.
Miss Potato? How you doing? Hope you're. I know you're saying you stubbed your toe last time you were in Whistler. Yeah, that was a
Oh.
shame. We That was all conversation talking
Yeah.
about stubbed toes.
Oh, cool. Yeah, we met Catherine this past winter at the bottom of Whistler. Yeah,
Yeah, that's cool.
that was
I
fun.
always
Yeah.
love meeting the fans.
She's she's been watching the channel since like I don't know, 2012.
I think she was probably on my channel when it was back with like 7 subs.
Wow, yeah, she's
Probably.
dedicated.
Yeah, that was like Catherine was one of the original super fans back in the day. Kevin, how's the TRS treating me? Oh, word! I haven't taken the TRS out too much recently, but it's been great.
Oh wow, you still have the sticker on it?
Yeah.
Nice. I was like, yeah, you got a new board. That's
The only reason I left the sticker on is because they left it blank, so I wrote T Rice on my sticker. I just thought like, oh, maybe I'll just have this little dream T Rice actually made my board, which he did in a way.
Cool.
So
and you got the American flag, and you're 1/3 American.
yeah, I was born in the USA.
Yeah, in New Jersey too.
New
right?
Jersey.
Bruce Springsteen territory.
Word. That was perfect. Yeah. Bruce is my hometown hero.
Nice.
I moved away from the States when I was 1. So that was and none of my family's American. So it was 1 year at the beginning. I was kind of like, I was one of the original birthers, millennial birthers.
Oh, what does that mean?
If like you go to a country and then they give birth in that country.
Oh, okay.
So that's probably what my parents did. They were like, "Oh, we're having a son. Let's move to America."
Yeah.
And then as soon as I was born, they left and moved to England. Kevin again. Kevin. Everybody. Well, you guys obviously watch David Jones. Kevin, how are you? How is the new Orca compared to the old Orca?
Yeah, I got to ride. Yeah, so I got to ride the new 2020 Orca in New Zealand. It was I got the 159 this year, so it's
And what did you have last year?
153. So it's 6 centimeters longer. So not a lot, but it is noticeable. And
It's a lot when the board is like this wide.
Yeah, it's got a big nose. Yeah, it's really wide. But yeah, it feels good. It's hard to like really compare 100%, but it feels like that extra length. It feels more stable. I rode it in a bit of powder, and it felt like really good. Yeah, just like it normally does.
And they
don't have to lean back too far.
They didn't change anything on there.
I don't think so. I think it's the exact same. But yeah, I love it. It's just it's got the magnet traction and stuff too. It's great for like on the groomed runs. So between powder and the groomers, and I think I'm really happy with it.
It would be your quiver killer.
Yeah, maybe. I don't think it'd be terrible in the park though.
Yeah, it is true.
But it would be like the rest of the mountain quiver killer, definitely. Everything outside the park, everything outside the park, it's awesome for. It's good, and because it has a small tail too, it's like really quick to turn. And but the thing I like most is that when you like land something, you really feel the profile, that camber under your feet with the rocker in between, like help you to like land stuff.
It's like smoother. You don't just you don't splat.
Yeah, and when I find that like on some boards where if they have like say like the camber to rocker, you feel like you're kind of like on a little bit like a rocking chair, honestly. You have that back and forth like unbalanced feeling, but with the C2X profile, you feel very stable.
It's more cambered. It's like instead of mostly rocker with a bit of camber, it just shifts it mostly camber with a bit of rocker.
Yeah.
Mr. JB975 says his missus loves the beanie from SPPC. James and Rachel from the UK.
Nice.
Bad Riders, I got to get my board repaired after early season collision. Oh, well then you went up early season just to do a bit of riding? Good on ya. That's always the problem with going out and doing the early powder.
Who was that though? Who said that?
Bad Riders?
Oh, no, it's the end of his season, isn't it?
Oh, word. Oh, that makes sense. Okay.
Oh, but he's talking about he had an early season crash, but yeah. Yeah, those are the worst.
Especially ones that stick around. I still got my Jones.
Oh, yeah.
Kevin said he found the primo spot down in Function Junction with the artisan repairer.
Yeah, he is.
And
CSM Whistler?
Okay.
Yeah. Have you been there?
No.
Oh, yeah.
I just I dinged the front of my Storm Chaser, and I've had it repaired a couple of times, and it just doesn't hold. So hopefully this Gandalf of board repairs will be able to fix it.
Yeah, because he's got all these crazy machines down there. I think he's got machines that maybe other places don't to do like
new spells.
Yeah, I think he'll fix it. I think he can. Yeah.
Nice.
I think he can fix it for you.
They're asking on an update for TJ. Do you have any recent news?
No, I messaged him this morning to see how. I think his back. I think what happened was he hurt his back. Took a few days off. It was feeling better, and then I think he went back out on the mountain to kind of take it easy, just to film like some audio stuff when he was in Australia. And I think that just riding around casually, he kind of tweaked it again. And now I think he's in New Zealand today, but he's gonna come back to Whistler because I think his back is like sore and he can't stick it out to go for the next New Zealand trip. So. Yeah.
Dang.
Hopefully, I think he'll be fine though. I think it's just a matter of rest.
Your loss is my gain. He's gonna come out here. We're gonna hang out and talk about snowboards. Yeah.
No. Don't make me go back to New Zealand.
Yeah, Kevin. If you go to New Zealand, 10 times in a year, the 11th one is free.
It should be. Yeah. My air miles will.
That's true.
Will do that for me maybe.
And Brandy Hill's saying, when does the season typically start in Worcester? It's normally American Thanksgiving, right? It's the fourth Thursday in November.
Yeah. Usually it's the American Thanksgiving is the opening weekend, but I feel like it always opens a week early. Like it almost always does.
I don't remember last year because I didn't ride it early season, but the year before it definitely did because that's when we had that really good powder week. I
think it did last year too. Yeah. I'm pretty sure it opened.
All right. So yeah, like mid to 15th to like 20th.
Yeah. Last year's opening day, we were crashing through trees with Andreas. Were you there opening day?
When last year?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
I was taking it easy. Okay. I know the snow base last year wasn't amazing to start with.
Yeah. We were like too ambitious the first day. We were just like,
let's go.
Yeah. It was like a powder-ish day, but there was like runs with like little trees poking out, and we're like, well, if we just like kind of like keep our tips up, then we can just knock those trees over and ride over them. That was the kind of day like that. A lot of that stuff.
Those trees probably thought they did something bad in another life. They're getting like whipped by these snowboards going by.
I should trim those trees.
Yeah, I don't know. I get the feeling, the Farmer's Almanac is saying it's going to be a good season. Those farmers, they know what's up. So I think it's going to be a good start at the beginning, and it's gonna be solid through.
Yeah.
Morgan West, hey Kev, new black beanie. Is that more like the white one or the gray one?
It's more like the white one. Yeah, it's pretty much the exact same as the white one. The gray one is a little bit thicker. So yeah. I like this one, this thickness better. It's more versatile.
Yeah.
And it goes better under helmets.
Yeah, it's a good under helmet one if you guys do that. Justin goes Hambra. Thoughts on the Durden free thinker? The Tyler Durden free thinker?
Oh, really? There's a Tyler Durden free thinker?
No, that was a mess up.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to. I haven't ridden it, but it's supposed to be like a board that is. I think it's got a bit of a taper, so you can take it into powder. The taper helps it to turn quicker too, and
directional, but
made for like kind of like like a park / all mountain hybrid. But it's a good board, I think, if you only want to have one board. You know, I would recommend though getting one really good park board and one really good powder board. Then you just have two amazing boards instead of one board. I feel like one board that does everything, it just doesn't do everything great.
No. What about if you got like, so you have the head space?
Yeah.
What about if you were to get the rider's choice? Because that's just a little bit, it's very similar, right? It's ASIM.
Yeah.
It's twin.
Yeah.
And it's a bit more, not like all mountain, like free ride and steeper. Because I guess it depends what type of stuff you want to ride. If you're doing a lot of park, you probably want to go with the headspace. Yeah. And if you like to do more, you know, like fast stuff on the groomers, plus then also have a powder board, then you could do that. But you really do need. Yeah. You really do. You need a powder board.
Because any twin board that you take into powder is not going to float well. It's going to be more work on your back foot.
And I remember when you got, I think it was the 420.
Yeah.
That was like the first like powder board.
Yeah.
That any of us got, and I was like, it wasn't fair.
I know, yeah, I remember that day. Yeah,
yeah, with Doug.
I was like, let me go first.
All the time, yeah. If he didn't go first, he'd be crashing in the back of us, and if he did, like we couldn't. It'd be the only way to keep up. He just becomes shooting along. We're digging ourselves out. He's like, oh, I'll see you at the bottom.
Yeah, it's amazing that we rode for so many years in Whistler without powder boards. We just had the regular
it's nuts.
Park boards, and well, it was because that style of board wasn't really, you know, like boards all look the same like 7-8 years ago. Yeah. There was like some subtle like tapers and like things, but nothing like we have now.
And I used to think like, oh, if I get like, I had the option supercharger, which is like an all mountain / kind of powdery, so it had like a taper and it was really big. Well, it was like I think a 164 or 3 was the biggest one.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, if I just set the stance back a bit, then it'll almost be good enough. But in reality, it's just not quite the same. Because once you do that, it changes around the whole dynamics of the board too, and it's obviously not as wide. So yeah.
Yeah, they've
powder board.
Yeah, the snowboard companies, they've been doing a good job of just being creative and making more boards for specific kinds of riding.
And competition's getting so strong. They're like, we got to get crazy on these ideas.
Yeah, good.
Let's all eat this peyote and draw up ideas. Woo! Like, what is that? It's a dragon on a snowboard. We love it. We're gonna make that. Chris Heinrich is saying, don't you hate it when you have to take work calls instead of listening to a live stream? That's terrible. That happens to you all the time, eh? Getting work calls out on the mountain, and you're like, yeah, this is the work call.
This is a work call, yeah.
Jose Bautista, you guys ridden the United Shapes Cadet snowboard? I haven't ridden any United Shapes.
No, but our friend Tim loves them. But yeah, they're not really easily found at the moment, so.
There's so many boards to ride too. Chris Heinrich saying, hey Kevin.
Hey Kevin.
Sam quickly, hey Kevin. Message here from New Zealand. Are you coming back looking at new bindings out of the Union Atlas or Stratus? Mainly ride mountain, all mountain. Ride Solomon 6-stick. Nice. Solomon 6-sticks are awesome.
Yeah, I think if you mainly ride all mountain, the Atlases are, I think, a bit stiffer than the Stratas. So I would go for the stiffer binding.
Word.
Yeah.
Steve is good. And Kevin is going.
Yeah.
Kevin's not actually here.
No.
Look. He's actually in New Zealand right now.
It's a split screen.
Yeah.
So I'm going back I'll be back snowboarding in Cardrona, New Zealand on the 6th of October until the 15th of October. So about 10 days of riding back in New Zealand.
Nice.
Yeah.
Are you going to be in Worcester for opening day?
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah, definitely.
Oh, did you see it snow like 20 centimeters?
That's pretty cool.
Cool. The car's running.
Let's go.
Holy. Well, if it gets much more, if they get like another like 30, 40 centimeters, I say we just drive out there.
Yeah, that's the plan this season, I think, is like if there's someplace close that's getting good snow, just to drive over. Or if it's a short flight that's affordable. Just hop on a flight kind of thing.
The good things about going over the passes on the drive out there is if it's really good, we can just drop someone off at the top of the pass and then you just pick them up at the bottom.
Oh wow, that'd be cool.
Daniel Chibo, how much toe hang and heel hang should I have? 0? I mean, you don't really want any. I guess it depends how aggressive you're getting with your carbs and whatnot.
Yeah, it depends on like how advanced you are, but I think if you're new,
It helps you to get more control of your edge if you don't have to lean so far.
Yeah, I can't really visualize it right now, like how much overhang I have, but basically it's like if you have a size 11 boot and over, then you need to look at like boards that are a wide board. And if you have say like less than 11, like if I had a size 11 boot, I would get a wide snowboard just because I don't want my heels or toes brushing the snow at all.
A good example of that was there's a Japanese guy, Dr. Doggio.
Oh, really?
Dr. Doggio. But he does kind of wacky snowboarding stuff, and got one where he screwed together, I think it was 4 or 5 snowboards, like side by side.
Yeah.
And then just put his bindings in the middle and went riding with that. And then he did the same thing, but it was on a single ski. So the ski is this way, and he just mounted his bindings. So there's like 4 or 5 inches of overhang on the front and back.
Wow.
But he put a little bit of a platform, so there's a ski and there's like an inch or inch and a half piece of wood.
Oh, cool.
And then the bindings. And he was able to ride both of them.
Wow.
But he just had to be careful, like how he was doing it.
Let's try that.
Yeah, you got 4 old boards we can just screw together. TJ Sydney's stories have been awesome to watch on Insta. Yeah, you gotta go see Apocalyptica. I'd never heard of Apocalyptica, but I looked at his story and it was like death metal with violins.
Oh, cool.
Something like that. It was like rock classical music with like crazy strobe lights and like there's violinists like headbanging. I've never seen a cello player headbanging. I've never seen a cello player headbang before.
Wow.
That was new for me.
At the Opera House.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna just put this guy in timeout here. Chris Henry Carey's got a sneaky earbud. Oh, you sneaky dog. He's got a little earbud in there. All right, we've done like an hour, so we'll go a tiny bit longer.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, gotta get any last questions for Kevin? Mr. Kevin, how do you like having the best name in the whole snowboard world business?
What about David?
David is a good name.
Yeah, let's do more questions.
Okay, what about 157 wide? I've the Lando, and it floats pretty good. Do you know what the board the Lando is?
No.
Is that Lando Calrissian's board from Star Wars? I used to have the Boba Fett. L Stacker, hashtag Japow. It's gonna happen. When you have dates for the Japow chip is in the oven right now, right? It's getting cooked.
Yeah.
Or it's getting mixed. It's getting mixed together. The ingredients are getting poured in.
Yeah, my brains are getting scrambled about the Japan trip. Yeah, I think it's going to be like the end of January. I think that's the plan.
Cool.
Seems like the best time to do it.
I think by then I will have collected enough super chats to have paid for the flight. If you guys want to support me getting to Japan, throw a super chat in there.
Super chat question to help Chris get to Japan.
Yeah. Yeah, and with the Appy Pass, you get which one? Tamagotchi?
Oh, I think it's I'll have to check. I don't know. I think the icon is Niseko and Epic is
Naruto.
Did you say Tamagotchi? Rizutsu?
Okay, it's not the Naruto. Where the Naruto run comes from.
Naruto? Isn't that the name of the airport?
It could be. I think it was a run when they were talking about the Area 51 invasion.
Oh.
One of the things it's from some like Japanese anime, but he like runs with his like head forward and his arms behind his back,
Oh.
And then so at the actual Area 51, there's like 100 people there.
Yeah.
And there was one guy that did that behind the television crew there doing their interview. So instead of it being they were hoping like 50,000 people were going to Naruto run, there's a single guy that just did it.
Oh, wow.
And that was his like 15 minutes of fame. So sorry, I totally, on the Epic you get a couple, and then on the, not the Collective, what's the other one?
Icon.
You get a couple too, right?
Yeah. So we'll just look at it.
Okay.
I'm sure we can get free passes too if we call the marketing people.
Yeah, we need to talk about if I should get a Icon, because I had to get it pretty soon.
Yeah, because there's a lot of places on it. Yeah.
And they stopped selling them when, like mid-November?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Something to consider. I haven't bought mine yet.
Oh, dang. What if you fall and hit your head and you're unconscious for a month? How are you ever going to get your pass? You're going to have to pay day rates.
I know.
Oh, no, that'd be brutal. I got mine like a week ago, so.
Icon or Epic?
Epic.
Oh, no, I got my Epic pass back in before the summer glacier opened.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, there goes that light. What's the sign?
I have to get closer.
Are you guys going to check out BC mountains like Sun Peaks, Big White, Revelstoke, Red Mountain? Yeah, we totally are. Yeah, that's definitely on the list. I think the plan is that we're just going to be keeping a better eye on what's going on around BC and Alberta. Because like Whistler isn't always great. You do get really good powder, but obviously you get patches where you don't, or you get patches where it's like wet or variable. So if we see there's an area nearby in the long-term forecast that's getting dumped on.
Yeah, we're gonna go to the snow.
Yeah. Just make the best of the snow. Just sleeping in the car and.
You got a super chat.
I know, I'm getting there. I got a super chat. Thanks, Mr. Super Chat in advance. Super Hannah, so hi from Hong Kong. Hey, how's it going? Hope everything's going all right for you over there. Mr. Jabin, you guys are coming to. You're coming to January next year to Whistler. Nice.
Any good gigs in the evening?
I guess it depends on what you like to do.
Yeah, pretty much every night of the week there's some kind of like live music thing happening.
Mm-hmm.
So you can, kind of hit a few different ones. The GLC is probably the best one.
Yeah, I think the GLC is probably one of the better. And then there's like open mic nights and.
What's the name of the band? The Hare Farmers? Is that them?
Yeah. They live at Merlin's, they do, underneath the stage. They just open up the stage and they crawl out and play. Yeah, the Hare Farmers, these two super bearded dudes that have been hanging around for Whistler for a while.
Long hairs, long beards.
Oh, yeah. Is it weird getting recognized at the mountain? I think I'm the answer for you. It probably was like a few years back, but now you're used to it.
Yeah, we're getting used to it, but it's still.
You're getting used to it.
It's still weird. It's still strange getting. Yeah, it's still odd. Like it's cool. It's really fun. It's fun meeting people, but it's like weird going to like a new resort or a new country because everything is new. But then you meet people that know you there. It's cool. Yeah, it's awesome.
Because I guess. At least for you, you get probably recognized like a fair amount on the mountain, but it might be if you're in like Japan getting your hair cut. And the guy sitting next to you in the barber's seat's like, oh, Kevin from SnowboardProCamp.
Yeah.
And then he doesn't speak any other English words apart from that.
Yeah. The craziest one recently was when we went to Australia, we were in Sydney, and then we were driving from the airport. We had just arrived, and we stopped about 15 minutes from the airport, but we were still like in the outskirts of Sydney. And we were in like a Turkish like kebab / pizza shop.
And they had a pizza called the Kevin.
Yeah.
This pizza is the vegan Kevin.
Yeah. And this very like, I guess he looked like he was maybe Turkish or Middle Eastern like man, and his family were there. And he like watched the channel. And he was like, he just said like, oh, I watch your videos. I was like blown away. I wouldn't expect it, just in the suburbs of Sydney in a random Turkish kebab shop. Mm-hmm. And like I said to him, I'm so surprised to meet somebody in this, and like of all places, like a little Turkish kebab shop. And he was like, yeah, he's like, I didn't think I would see you in here.
Yeah, just imagine you're me.
But at the resort, it's cool. Yeah, it's really fun. If you see us on the mountain, come say hello. It's really fun meeting people.
Are you gonna wear? You're not buying any new outerwear, so people can recognize you by your current setup.
No, I'll probably have a new jacket and stuff. Yeah.
After 2 months.
Yeah.
Gotta get a new jacket.
I got new jacket and pants, and they're more like park stuff. It's like very light and like not the most like the heaviest for say like a snowstorm or anything.
The wet wintry days that we get up here.
I need to get some waterproof. It's like Whistler gets so wet. You gotta have Gore-Tex.
Mr. J was live bands in Worcester. They usually have a rotation. If you look in the Peak, which is our local newspaper, at the back they have all the listings of the live music that's going on. I know, especially in stuff like January, you can have kind of like, I wouldn't call them impromptu, but like, kind of impromptu shows from like relatively big artists that come up and do a show like one or 2 days, especially on the weekends. So yeah, just check that. I think that's usually the best.
Sometimes, yeah.
Mr. CNUT, how to deal with the haters in the comment section. Yeah, I don't usually have too much of an issue, but that's what the timeout and the block button's for.
Yeah, I think as long as, if it's like if it's a hate comment, I'll just ignore it. But if it's a hate comment with lots of like swearing and like, I don't know, just unnecessary.
I think your chin is too square.
Yeah, I would leave that in. But if there was some like a bunch of swearing involved and like name calling, I'd block the person if like name calling is involved. But if it's just straight hate about an issue or a topic, I'll just ignore it. Okay. Unless they have a good point, then maybe I would say, thank you.
Skiers are better than snowboarders.
Yeah, something like that. If they make a good point, I would say I might give them credit. But it's always better to give criticism, without being rude. So
yeah.
But yeah, but it's like the internet. There's tons of haters, especially if the more popular your videos get, the more hate you get. The more hate you get.
Yeah.
Too.
So if you guys want to show the love, make sure you hit that like button.
Oh yeah.
And subscribe if you haven't already. Put this photo or this video on your Facebook. Share it. Tell your mom how good it is. Let her tell her friends, and they'll tell their friends, and so on and so on. And then before you know it, we'll have all the moms in the world watching.
Yep.
That's the plan.
And they'll be saying to their friends, I tune in for the views.
Yeah, it's true. People do. Hey, Chris Heinrich with a super chat. Thank you so much.
Hey, Chris.
Says, what is the thing you're most looking forward to in Japan? I think it get a little bit deep. When I hurt myself before, when I busted my knee 2 years ago, that was like 6 weeks before the first Japan trip, or like 2 months before. I think it was that year, or at least it was like you went to Europe and then you went to Japan after that.
Yeah, it was a few months before.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so it's almost coming like full circle to like my injury, because that was something that I was really, really looking forward to, going to Japan, and then that obviously didn't happen, and I haven't been able to get back yet. And so I feel like that would just be a huge mental step into like feeling like I'm back in like snowboarding, and
you can
back
do
in
all
the rhythm.
Do all those things that you missed. Yeah.
But also the culture is going to be awesome. The food, I guess, can be a bit hit or miss for vegans, because there's a bit of a language barrier. But
the food is really good.
The food is awesome.
Yeah, the food is awesome.
I might just eat meat for that week or two.
Yeah. You might without even knowing it, but sushi stuff, like even the veggie sushi is like really awesome, or all those other all the sides that you can get, the vegetarian sides of sushi are really good.
You know how much I love ramen.
The ramen is awesome too. Man. The ramen is it's hard to get a vegetarian or vegan ramen, but if you just get if you just do it veggies and noodles with it'll probably be chicken broth, or pork broth or something. Yeah. But I think Japan, it's gonna be the snow. The snow is like the highlight for sure.
Nice.
And the trees.
That sweet, sweet Japan.
Yeah, just go to Rizutsu. It's probably it's the best trees. It's pretty amazing.
So if you guys want to help support me get to Japan, send some love over.
The hashtag Japao Fund.
Hashtag Japao. Stacker, Jose and I are going in January the 26th to Japao. Nice. Where are you going?
Oh, Stacker's going to Japan.
Yeah.
When is he going? The 26th.
26th.
Wow, nice. With Jose Bautista.
Yeah, the Bautista.
Nice.
Justin Laird, it's got the Epic 5-day. Oh, Epic has 5 days in Rusutsu.
Oh, nice. Okay, good to know.
Sublime Honeybee, hey, how's it going? Some Peaks was sweet last season. Nice.
Cool. We could have
That's like
peaks.
a nice, well developed. If you want to see Seal and Heidi Klum,
Oh,
that's
really?
where they go.
Oh, cool.
It was like voted like best family resort in Canada or in BC. Bra Sweets here, dude. How's it going? Good to have you.
Yo.
Kevin and Chris are back at it again. Hey, on this channel, it's Chris and Kevin.
No, that's
Gotta
right.
Get that right.
Yeah. Let me just shrink down a little bit.
That's better. Hello, I have my child with me.
Hello.
He's not my legal child, but I take him anyway. Christopher Matthew says, because of all its elevation, Sunside Village is usually good when anything else is bad. Nice. It's a good, safe bet if you're in Alberta.
That makes sense in theory.
I like theories.
That is a good app, though. You should. Do you have the snowforecast.com app?
No.
Yeah, you should get it. It's pretty cool. So you can set it up so you can plug in like the resorts that you want to pay attention to, or you can do it where you can just look at the top like listings of all the resorts in the world, and they rank them from who's getting like the most snow that week. So just put that in your phone and then just go to number one. Just keep going to number one.
I just have to integrate that with like Travelocity when they have flight deals.
Oh yeah, that's the next step.
Haley Bamford with a super chat. Thank you so much. That's awesome. And she says, gotta get to bed. Gotta go, but add this to your Japan fund. Thank you so much. Hashtag get Chris to Japan fund.
Nice.
Word, it's gonna happen with you guys' love and a little bit of pocket money on stuff when I don't spend it on other things. Then totally gonna happen, and maybe I can even I don't know, get a House of Powder board or something.
Oh yeah. I don't think you'd like that House of Powder board.
No, I know. I saw that one, and it was. I mean, it's like super light, right? But it's like super thin.
It's too thin. It's made for like a very like a little person.
Chapow.
And
and really light.
Maybe a Japanese person will, yeah.
Well, I think if you hit like some of the stuff we're getting here, where it's like 50 centimeters of soft, hard, like wet snow, it would just go like.
Oh yeah. The House of Powder by DC is it's a board, but it's too it's very well, Yannick likes it, but Yannick is also, he's a smaller dude, doesn't weigh a lot, so I think but even for him it's like pretty soft and flimsy.
I know he's mentioning that when he's riding here in Worcester. He's like, it's not always the best.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we came on the like bottom of Kybers. We didn't actually do Kybers, but we kind of skirted around it. But on that last bit, it's like super hard icy road, and he was hating, and it was like really nasty day that day.
Okay.
Alicia Vlog says, hey, just wanted to thank you, inspiring me to snowboard. Awesome. So I
Nice.
started last year, and I found my favorite thing to do.
Nice.
Oh yeah, that's awesome. And he certainly lives in Indiana. Yeah, keep it up. I think the key is just go out and have fun and document as much as you can. And just throw stuff out there and live the dream.
Yeah, Indiana. Where do you snowboard in Indiana?
Near Erie, Indiana.
Oh wow.
That's
hills out there?
I don't know. I made that up.
Okay.
There was that one. That was a TV show back in the day. It's kind of like Goosebumps or
okay.
something, but it was in Erie, Indiana.
I remember that. Yeah.
EB, any tips on where to stay at Whistler when visiting? They do have a few like backpackery place. It all depends. Like it's pretty primo prices, especially the closer you get to the mountain. But yeah, check out some of the hostel places. There's one in Creekside. There's one. There's another one in the village called the Pods or something. Pod something or other.
Yeah. Is that a hostel or is that just like a?
It's like a expensive hostel.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's somewhere between hostel and hotel.
Yeah, if you want to save money, check out the hostels, and if you don't want to save money, there's lots of hotels, but I don't know the best way to get a good price on a hotel or anything, but
Yeah.
what do you?
There's any of those apps?
Yeah, just basically like Chris is saying, the closer you stay to the center of town, the more expensive it gets.
What about that app, but that really terrible Canadian actor that you can't stand to watch the advert where he's like, Hey, I'm in this bar and I'm getting a good deal on my flights.
Oh
and
yeah,
hotels.
yeah.
We're not even going to mention it because that shows the ad's working. I remembered the name though.
What is it? Tell me.
Trivago.
Oh yeah, Trivago. That's terrible.
Manolo Noriega. Awesome. Thanks, man. It's $20. Get Chris to Japan fund. Dude, it's totally going to happen. Yep. I'm going to make sure all the money from you guys are given with the super chats is going to the Japan fund.
Just buy your flight now.
I should.
I think it's around $1,000 the flight. Well, like maybe $1,200 flight.
And how much do you spend while you're there on food, massages, and going into hot pools with monkeys?
One hot pool, no monkeys. But we basically just, if we can get free lift tickets and the accommodation, hopefully for say 50 to 70 a night. Mm-hmm. And then food is, you can just eat like you do here. Mm-hmm. Just the regular old, just buy ramen, buy those ramen packs.
If I brought in like 80 Cliff Bars,
yep,
in the country, do you think that would get past the food?
No, I don't think so.
Like Jeremy Jones told me to do it.
But you could probably, once you get there, I think they have Cliff Bars in Japan though.
Okay.
And yeah, just get some of those freeze-dried ramen noodles for a week or two.
Nice. Oh, cool. Thanks again, Manolo Noriega. Super awesome. Really appreciate it. Dan is saying you guys going back to Niseko or Hakuba area. It's still in the works. I think
we're leaning to Niseko though, that North Island. Yeah.
Cool.
This is better. I think better snow.
L Stacker loves the Japan super chats. Word. John So is going to be in Japan in December and January.
Nice.
Are you going to be there like the whole time snowboarding? That's awesome. Eliza Vlog said, I also want to say that once inspired me to snowboard. He showed a friend SnowboardProCamp and started him in snowboarding as well. Cool. It's like a virus. But it's a good virus. It's like a smile. You give someone a smile and they smile at someone else and it goes forward. So yeah, the SnowboardProCamp is spreading its tentacles around the world. Sublime Honeybee says, hey Kev, ordered a black beanie and sticker pack, represent.
Nice, awesome, thanks. Yeah, there should be, I think Jill's got a bunch of beanies and stickers packed up and ready to ship. Where's the Chris Ayres beanies?
I need to think of a good logo. We've been getting some comments here like a Sasquatch with a big beard, just my face as a silhouette with a red beard again. The one I was actually kind of leaning towards would be like a Venn diagram of the mountains. So it'd be like two triangles where they overlap in the middle. Yeah. And then on one side it would be like inspirational, and on the other side it would be like majestic, and then in the middle square it would be like Chris Ayres. No, I'm not really serious about the three writing, but just to have, I don't know, something and something else, and then you have a little, or like, it'd be like a blue and a gray, and then like a gray blue at the bottom or something, or red and orange and a green.
Damn.
Yeah. Or I could do like C vlogs. Is that taken?
Chris vlogs.
Chris vlogs.
C vlogs.
Dan says in Tonkotsu ramen, there's a potato foam ramen.
Oh, yum.
It's insane. El Seco wants a war pig. Awesome. Could we look forward to Chris and Kevin collabs this year? Oh, yeah.
Definitely.
I think just last year, because these guys were doing a lot of riding here in the beginning of the season, that's when the snow base wasn't great, so I wasn't going. And then we did get a few days together, and then Kevin was off doing his adventures, and I was wasting away in Whistler, and stuck here in Whistler.
Trapped in Whistler.
Trapped in Whistler. Get me out of here.
Just looking at that view every day.
Yeah, God. So that was and then we were snowboarding in Revelstoke as well, and we had some park days at the end of the season. But yeah, there's gonna be more going on.
I was like, I had quite a few like small injuries too. I feel like every time I came back from a snowboard trip, it would then take me like a week to recover too. So I would come back. Yeah, I'd be like, I'd be hibernating.
It makes sense. You want to make the most of the trip, and then when you come back, have some little chill time.
And it was like pretty nasty sometimes too. I remember like one day, like you guys going up and it was like -20 with that.
Oh yeah, the coldest day. Oh no, that was a different day when TJ was wearing his kind of like, I won't call it an S&M mask, but it had the little mini hole,
the air hole mask.
I made a gif of him wiggling his tongue around out of it. It was pretty disgusting.
Oh, nasty.
What 2020 board has you the most excited? I do like that. The 2020 Powder Hell.
Nice, yeah, same.
It's a very interesting board. It's probably the board that I most want to try in terms of that it's going to be new and weird and unique and potentially really cool.
Yeah, I do want to try that. It's weird because it's also called the 2020. Mm-hmm. It's not just the name of the year of the board.
Yes, with the Powder Hull.
So
instead of like a boat, it's like the opposite. It's like a cave, a little hole. And it's supposed to give you, I guess it depends which way you ride. If you're going forward, they even says it catches the wind, like they do with surfboards, to give you a bit of extra flow even from that.
Wow.
And then on the tail, it gives you like nice pop and more float through there, and it sinks as well.
Yeah. I've also been really excited about riding the GNU Headspace. I feel like that's one of the most solid park boards I've ridden. I've been super.
Is that your first
happy
ASIM?
About that. No, the Space Case was ASIM as well, and I had a Burton Process years ago that was ASIM too. I guess that Burton Process you had.
That one is ASIM? Get out of town.
I hope you've been riding it the right way.
Me too.
It's ASIM.
Oh, whoa. Okay. I didn't even. I don't remember seeing a heel sign. I wasn't really looking at it. Sam Q, Dice Beanie. Dice Beanies are on the way.
Oh, yeah. That'd be cool. That could be your logo.
The dice, rolling the dice. It should be like you have a view of a really big jump, and then the guy's like rolling the dice.
Yeah. I'm just trying to think of how the logo would be. Instead of numbers, it could be like
grabs,
mountain peaks or something. I don't know.
Thunder Turkey was saying, speaking of TJ's injury, how's he doing? Yeah, he's. We mentioned this earlier. He was doing all right, and then he went up and did a bit of snowboarding and retweaked it. So presumably he's just going to be.
Yeah, I think he's got like
taking it easy.
Stiff spine. He had a fall where he kind of whipped his head back, and so I think he has some of that like whiplash kind of stuff.
Is that on a rail or?
Yeah, it was like on a like up rail, and he tried to like board slide like. He slide onto it, and so he was sliding onto it. He had done that trick a bunch of times, but he the one that we filmed, he actually slid out on his heels. So, yeah, I don't know if he's gonna put that video up, but yeah, it was really, and it was a really flat landing too, where he fell. It wasn't like a nice slope for the landing. It was just like a flat. Australian style mushy flat landing.
That's like landing on a kangaroo back.
Yeah,
that's a bummer. Well, at least he's got a bit of time to recover and get ready for the official. For those of us that just snowboard in the winter time, he's gonna be ready for that.
Chris, you want to go to New Zealand?
Hashtag
New Zealand Fund.
Okay, guys, starting a new fund. If I can raise $1,500 in the next 10 minutes, I'm gonna book a flight to New Zealand.
Yeah.
All right. So 10 minutes, $1,500. Let's go.
Yeah, it's but yeah, it's
it would be cool. I've never been to New Zealand. I was in New Zealand in the winter, but I was stuck on the North Island because I rented a car and I killed a pig with it.
Oh yeah, I heard that story. Yeah.
You know when you don't get insurance on your rental car and then you run over a pig and kill it? That was what happened to me. So
I think
it was a bummer.
Yeah. But I think on the South Island in New Zealand there, I think even in October it may be the best place to be snowboarding.
Better than Chile?
I don't know, but best for the terrain park.
Okay.
I think Chile is actually still getting a few snowfalls, but I feel like when you get for spring riding, if it was spring conditions, New Zealand would probably be better, just because I don't think Chile has the parks.
What about if you were just eating the food? Do you prefer what's available in New Zealand or what's available in Chile?
Probably New Zealand. In Wanaka, they've got a lot of like cafes and Queenstown too. There's lots of cafes and stuff.
Ferg Burger and
they've got a lot of just doing the whole vegan thing. They've got a lot of vegan options, but the food in Chile was good too. They had a lot of like veggie stuff, so both are good. But New Zealand has just got that more convenient. It's like convenient to get food and stuff. Yeah.
Nice. I saw a super chat from Alicia Vlogs. Thank you so much. So keep the chain going. get more people in it.
Nice.
Yeah. Are you talking about the spreading of the Snowboard Pro Camp chain of subscribers? Should for sure tell your friends, send it along. Actually, I managed to go from like 3,400 to like almost 3,800 in the last like 2 weeks.
Amazing, yeah.
So
a few hundred,
awesome.
yeah, a few, like how many hundred is that? Like,
Yeah, like 400.
Wow.
I was like 370 in 2 weeks.
so maybe 1,000 over the month, over the next couple weeks.
Yeah, before you know it, watch out, Pootie Pie. Here I come.
We'll have to have a 10,000 subscriber party.
I'm gonna have a 5,000 subscriber party by myself.
Okay.
And then the 10,000, we'll invite everybody. We'll do that in Japan.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna happen. Well, we're gonna call it a day in a minute.
Yeah, your battery's about to run out too.
Oh, my battery's out, and it's an hour 30.
Oh wow.
It's a long one.
All right.
So much good times chatting.
Yeah.
Thanks to all you guys that have hung around. This has been great. We still got 39 people on here. We got 34 likes. If you guys haven't hit that like button, make sure you smash it. And thanks so much for coming and watching this long. It's been epic. Where did you guys go in Chile? You went to
so first you
Chupacabra.
Chupacabras. First we went to a place called what's it called? Nevados de Chillán, which is about 5 hours south of Santiago. And it was good. It was really good. Made one video there, but then the weather kind of turned, and then all of a sudden they were getting lots of snow about another 5 hours south at a place called Coralco.
Right.
So we drove.
That rings a bell.
We drove the rest of the way, and it was awesome. Really good powder riding. It was a volcano.
And they had the abandoned resort there.
And then there was an abandoned resort called. It was called like. Limquay or something like that.
Okay, Limquay. That sounds cool.
Yeah, and the abandoned resort was awesome because we just had our split boards and we did a few split board laps.
And they were riding the cable car rail.
Yeah.
For like one of the chairlifts.
Yeah, then when we came back on the last day and we built a kicker and we board slided the chairlift.
That's totally. I was actually, for some reason, I don't know exactly why it came up, but it was like one of those videos where a guy completes Tony Hawk in like 6 minutes.
Oh yeah.
Like the whole game, and I just clicked on it for like old time's sake because I was like, I remember that game. And then when I was doing that, I totally thought like grinding the gondola rail is like one of the quests. Are you?
Alex T says #New Zealand.
Yeah, #New Zealand is coming on. Awesome, thank you, Alex.
How much is so those RON dollars? Is that worth like 1,000 times more than Canadians, or
maybe if we use RON currency on an Air New Zealand flight, is it worth extra?
Yeah,
because that would be cool.
What is RON currency?
Republic of New Zealand. I'm not sure.
Nice.
Cool. All right. Well, just throw in your last comments, and thank you guys for everybody for coming out. Thanks, Kevin, for coming. It was a pleasure.
Sweet.
Must be nice. New. What's
it's just a hoodie. Yeah. I don't know. Just
Is that from New Zealand?
No, I just got it online at Zoomies.
Nice.
Yeah.
Must be nice. Thanks again everybody for coming on. Thank you, Alex, for the donation. That's going to be great. Going towards the New Zealand Fund. If the New Zealand Fund falls through, which it has because we're supposed to raise $1,000 in 5 minutes and we didn't do it.
Didn't reach the goal.
It's going to go towards the Japan Fund. So don't worry. It's still going to go towards a good fund. You're still going to be helping me out, getting somewhere cool. And if I get like a good powder slash on Kevin in Japan, I'll be thanking you guys for that, definitely. Yeah, Andrew saying thanks. Good to see you back. Mary M saying, I believe I can ride Switch. Yes, you do. You just gotta believe. Manolo later, fellas. Get the Romanian. Oh, the Romanian. Oh, awesome. Thanks, Alex. Getting some of that Romanian cash.
Nice.
Thanks for that epic chat. Thank you, Bad Riders. Thanks, EB, Dan, Jake, Word. Props to all you guys and your mamas and your papas and the rest of the family. And hopefully see you guys soon.
Cool.
Have fun in New Zealand. Make sure you guys go watch Kevin shredding it in New Zealand, and just like and share this video, and we'll see you guys soon. Much love, peace, take it easy.
Later, guys.
Bye.